Hello, I've got for you today something similar to the previous video I uploaded. This is a Patron of Arts, 888, from 2012. The pen dedicated to Joseph II, the Emperor, the Holy Roman Emperor, known for bringing quite a lot of important changes in terms of social policies, social welfare, and religious reform. So, like the Gaius, this is an old pen, and because of that, it's not in its factory fresh box. I should say factory fresh packaging. This is the original box. And I think I've learned what happened to the previous box that the Gaius had come in. They mentioned when I requested it that the box had been damaged, and I have uncovered the type of damage that they were referring to. So when I got this pen, or when I decided to get it, the local store where it was stored was reluctant to pass along this box, because, as with anything that's sort of foam-based, it does tend to degrade over time. So, like every 888 Patron of Arts, there's a beautiful box, beautiful lacquer wooden exterior, nice nameplates with the number and the designation on the front as well. But this plastic, this nice little flocking that they've got on the inside does tend to degrade over time, and it's not a particularly nice effect. But it's happened to my other boxes as well. So I've got a Montblanc special edition from 2012 as well, and the box did the same thing. So basically that's just to tell you, when you get, or if you get some of these older pens, used or new, it's not likely that the box, that this case is going to be in mint condition. It sort of comes off the way that the way that an eraser sort of behaves when you rub it against paper. This sort of little droppings like that. So that's just sort of a forewarning that boxes that are 9-10 years old do start to degrade like that. Otherwise, the box is absolutely beautiful, and probably can be reconditioned if you go to the right people. And in the box you also have the pamphlet, the pen-specific pamphlet, with a generic service guide, and then the pens, the limited editions descriptive booklet. This booklet is quite underwhelming considering what came before and what came after. Quite anemic. A few pictures, description of this patron and his love of music. So while he's known for quite a lot of social reforms, religious reforms, and was quite despised for what he did to the aristocracy and nobility in terms of increasing access to rights, he was a patron of a few different types of artists, and here they choose to focus on Mozart. So his family crest is depicted on the nib, the description in a few different languages, and then photo of the pen, description of the limited edition series, and finally a certificate for the sapphire embedded in the clip, only a .07 sapphire, and then the warranty card. So not much in the way of description or detail, but well, there you have it. So the pen itself, well, let's do this. Since I got a lot of comments about my magnificent, magnificent fingernails, we'll say, instead of affording a manicure, I will afford gloves. Hide them from you. There we go. Who could object to that, of course, except the fit? So, the pen itself is a beautiful, beautiful blue. I had been eyeing this pen and the 4810 version of this pen for quite a while, and I'd asked my local store, local boutique, to find the 4810. They weren't able to, so when I saw the 2021 Patron of Arts at the preview and the writer's editions and all the various pens that they're offering this year, I had been prepared to buy the 2021 888 Patron of Art, but it's just not, it doesn't stack up with the previous one, so it really isn't something I wanted. And then on that instant I bought this one instead, left the store with this instead. I love the pearlescent blue. Once again, it's quite disappointing that it doesn't pick up perfectly on the camera. Almost. Well, anyway, they achieve this effect by having a silver base, and I suspect that it's probably cast, lost wax casting or something like that, and the crosses and the dots are raised, and so they fill the lower section with first paint and then with enamel. So you have a very nice 2D effect, well, it's just a 3D effect where you've got you can see sort of the edges of the rays where the paint covers just that little tiny step, and then the top surface polished silver reveals the actual pattern. So the crosses are in reference, of course, to the patron's heritage, and let's see, dots as well. Not too familiar with the pattern on the band here, but these are white gold fittings and then silver on the silver barrel. And for once they actually have the hallmark. Let's see if we can get that into focus. The hallmark of the silver, atomic number AG, atomic symbol AG, and then gold AU. And there you get a really nice view of that blue pearlescent, well, maybe not pearlescent, but the nice detailed blue. I think it has a lot more character than what they'd offered recently. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like the new versions of the Patron of Arts, because they simply have a monochrome, one-dimensional picture, a one-dimensional color that doesn't really justify the price. So Joseph II, his initials, and then the cap is worked to produce those little indents that are from a distance appear like they're sort of more like diamonds, especially if they're out of focus. So another thing that makes this pen particular is that they don't usually offer this effect on pens that aren't artisanal pens. So once again, this is a mother of pearl emblem fitted in resin, but it is protected by a piece of sapphire glass, so that is quite resistant to wear, and I guess it won't degrade the way that some of the other mother of pearl does. I think that's quite essential because it's not exactly the most robust material, and having that, I think, really, really makes this pen helps distinguish the pen. I really wish they would do that with all the mother of pearl emblems. So now you only see that usually with the artisanal versions of the pen. So let's see, the last thing is the sapphire fitted to the clip there. Once again, 0.07, very small, but a nice touch to have on a nib, on a clip like that. Come on. There we go. Now the nib of this pen is, I think, nicer, once again, nicer than the one that they're offering this year. I'm not a fan of seeing busts on nibs. Here they've got the coat of arms on the nib, quite detailed, and I guess really fills the entire nib. Come on. There we go. Come on. Yeah. So I've seen a few people share this pen online since it's quite old. It's out there already, but, well, thought I might share it with you anyway, just because we've got some time to set this up. And I don't think we've got quite as nice close-ups of the pen as this. So there you see that plateau effect and the translucent lacquer surface. Really, really something I actually like quite a lot. Very similar to the guilloche effect that they had on the Tolstoy of 2015. It gives it some depth. So, yeah, definitely do more of that. That's a lot more interesting than simply a monochrome. So I think there was sort of a sweet period from 2010 to 2014 where the Patron of Arts at least appealed quite a lot to me. Sadly, that was before my time in collecting these pens, so I've had to go back and see if I can find them. But the ones that they've got in these last few years have been less than spectacular for the price. And you definitely see that where you see like outstanding pens now is mostly in the artisanal line, and even there it's not as nice as it could be, I think. So there you have it, the Joseph II Patron of Art 888 from 2012. Make of that what you will, and thank you for watching.